Hey Pilates Party People, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. My name is Caroline, a certified Pilates and yoga instructor here in Christchurch, New Zealand. Today we have a 30-minute full body Pilates to the beat practice, and we do have a prop to get us started, making sure you have your Pilates ball just off to the side next to the top of your mat. I have my playlist here on my phone. Find your playlist either on Spotify or Apple Music. And let's get this Pilates party started. We'll click that playlist and start it at the same time, starting with Hosier and starting with the bones. All right, let's step to the top of the mat before we get this party started. Feet are hip width distance apart. And on the count of 3, let's click that playlist in 3, 2, and 1. Starting with the bones. Taking your playlist off to the side, standing nice and tall, lengthening through the spine, maybe turning up that music a little bit more. Inhale, reach those arms up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, find your Tadasana, your mountain pose, nice and long, nice and strong. Exhale, nod the chin and slowly start to peel yourself off an imaginary wall behind you. Head nice and heavy, shoulders loosey-goosey, knees soft. Inhale, halfway lift, hands draw up on the shins, shoulders in the back pocket. Exhale, let it go, head heavy. Inhale, root to rise, press the earth away, reach those arms all the way up overhead, maybe the gaze follows. Exhale, hands to heart center. This time find your Tadasana, mountain pose, nice and long, nice and strong. We'll roll out the shoulders a few times over, softening in the hands. And then as you inhale, reach the crown of the head up to the ceiling, to the stars. Exhale, tip it over to the left side. Roll that right shoulder forward, sweeping those fingertips past the toes and peeling up the side body, maybe opening the heart through that back side and slowly melting down. Option to stay in neutral as you come through the back side. Option to open the heart. Last time. Drawing back to center, roll it out. Inhale, reach the crown of the head. Exhale, tip it over to the side. Other side, here we go. Sweep it up and open the heart. Last 2. Last 1. Now standing nice and tall at the top of your mat, roll out those shoulders. Inhale, reach those arms overhead, big stretch up. Exhale, draw the hands to heart center, let it all go. Another big belly breath as you find the crown of the head reaching towards the stars, Tadasana mountain pose. Exhale, nod the chin towards the chest, and again, imagine peeling off a wall behind you. Melting into that forward fold, unstacking the spine, vertebrae by vertebrae. Head is nice and heavy, knees are soft. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, this time generously bend into the knees, plant the hands and step one foot, then the other foot to meet it at the back of your mat. You're in your plank now. We'll find our chaturanga. Either nod those knees down to the mat or in one piece, keeping those knees high. Send the heart forward. Elbows are tight to the body as you lower down to hover or land. Untuck the toes, shine the heart, find that extension. Slowly melt down to hover or land, push up or through all fours, and then tip those hips up, downward facing dog. We'll grab that ball right away, start our working practice. So lower the knees down to the mat, grab a hold of that ball, sweeping those legs out in front of you, and laying nice and long. Now we're going to take that ball into that left hand. Hands are by your side. That ball just happens to be under the left. Take a nice inhale here, and as you exhale, imprint the lower spine. Complete the spine onto the mat. There's a soft tuck of the tail under. Lifting one leg, then the other to tabletop position. Zip up those knees and those ankles. Make sure you're still imprinting that lower spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to exhale slowly. That right leg taps down, toe tap, lift up. Exhale, keep that imprint. Left toe, toe tap. Keep going here. Now those toes don't need to tap. as long as you can keep that imprint of that left foot and to the right. Last one, to the left and to the right. Taking it back to tabletop position. This time reaching those arms up above the chest. Plug those shoulders in. Keep that imprint, starting with the right toe tap. And lift. To the left. Inhale. Exhale. Last 4. Last 3. Last 2. Beautiful. Pausing here. Take that right hand just under the back of the head. And when you're ready, exhale, chest lift, cross-body chest lift. Reach that left arm over the right leg and slowly draw back to center. Feel that cross-body action, lifting the shoulders and slowly melting down. Exhale, keep that imprint. Inhale. Last one. We have an add-on here if you want it. Exhale, cross-body action. Reach and extend that left leg. Draw back and lower down. You know it now. Exhale, reach. Inhale. Last 2. Keep that imprint. Keep the pelvis steady. Last 1. Pause here. We're going to cart those legs, fold and bike. For 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fold those legs, draw the arm back. All right, that left arm is going to reach behind you as that right leg reaches in front. Dead bug, coming back to that crossbody action, lifting to the side, option to reach that leg and extend it forward, fold and low. Dead bug and draw. Reach, option to extend, fold. Drawing back to center when you're ready. Whew. Take those feet down just under the hips here. The party doesn't stop. We'll take that ball in between the knees. Engage through the inner thighs. Walk those feet so that they're under the knees. Hands are nice and long by your side. Exhale, scoop the tail, imprint the lower spine, lifting and articulating up into that bridge. Pressing through the soles of the feet. Inhale the top. Feel that lowest rib drop towards the front of the hips. Exhale to slowly soften through the back body. 1 vertebrae at a time rolls you down. Inhale. Exhale, lifting all the way up. Inhale at the top. Exhale, melt down. This time, I'll meet you at the top of your bridge. Pausing when you're ready. Articulate all the way up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Pause here, reach those arms up over the chest. Option to keep them low. We'll lift those heels up, tap them down. Dip those hips, keeping a nice flat back, halfway down. Lift it up, lift those heels, tap, and hips. Lift, low, low, lift, lift, low, low, lift, lift, low, low. Keep it going. Keep that rib-hip connection, meaning those ribs want to stay connected towards the spine. Hug either side of the ribs together. Last one. This time, we lift those heels, keep them lifted. Just those dips in those hips. Option to keep the heels heavy. 8, 7, engage through the glutes as you lift it up. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Lift those hips up, heels down, and lift. Press through the big toe. 3, 2, 1. Lift up, and then slowly take those heels down. Lift those heels a little higher, soften through the throat. The back of the shoulders start to land one rib at a time, one vertebrae at a time, articulating down into that nice laying position. Whew. All right, we'll take that ball, just taking it under the left knee. Squeeze it in as you come into tabletop, those hands draped down by your side, a little bit further away. As you exhale, scoop the tail, imprint the lower spine, press, press, press through the right foot. Make sure that left hip is nice and square at the right. And when you're ready, we dip and lift. 3, 2, and 1. Lift, tap both feet down, lift those hips, and slowly melt down. Whew, all right. We take it back. We've done that one leg. The left leg is done. It's time for the right after this song. So speaking of the right, that right hand now has the ball. Drape those arms down by your side. Lift the legs to tabletop position. And once again, we want that imprint of that lower spine. So get nice and cozy, whole spine on that mat. And as you exhale, let's take the left toes down, arc them down. Inhale, draw them up. Exhale. And lift. Now they don't need to touch. They can, but they don't need to. Keep that breath. Keep that core activated. Knit the two sides of the ribs together and down towards the spine. You got it. Making it challenging. We'll start to add those layers. Next time those legs are in tabletop position, option to lift those arms, creating a little instability. Keep going with those toe taps. Keeping that imprint, keeping that connection to the core. You got it. Lift those legs. Take that left hand under the head. Make sure you feel nice and supported. Imprint that lower spine. Second side is always a little bit more challenging. So let's exhale, sweep across, and slowly melt down. Exhale. Keep the pelvis heavy. If it feels good, let's start with that right leg. Reach across and low. Reach across. Next time you reach across, let's pause, reach the leg, cart the legs, little bicycle, stay lifted for 5, 4, 3. We have that dead bug coming up. Draw it back to center when you're ready. Lower down. All right, take that right hand behind you, left leg reaches out. And draw back in. Lift and reach. Find that beat. Keep that imprint. Last one. Whoo-wee. All right, let's finish this song just with a little cool out. Draw the knees into the chest, arms wrap around. We have a different bridging series once again, but we are going to end it with that right leg, that ball underneath the knee. So don't worry, we're getting there. And the song has changed. So when you're ready this time, the ball is going to be in between the hands, those soles of the feet right under the knees. Imagine you have a second ball in between the knees, so we don't want to bow them out, not just yet. So as you exhale, scoop the tail, imprint the lower spine, lifting up into that bridge. Pause here, engage through the glutes, press through the soles of the feet, knit those ribs together and drop them down to the front of the hips. So we're one straight line here. We'll drape those legs out to the side and back to center. Dip those hips and lift them up. Take it out and in and down and up. Take it out and in, down. Keep it going. This time, lifting up, pause here. Elbows stay right where they are, forearms dip down. And lift it up. Dip those hips. Lift them up. Keep that rib hip connection. Forearm dip. Dip. And lift. Forearm dip. Last two. Last one. Just those forearm dips. At the top, squeeze, soften, and dip. Keep that bridge nice and steady. Rib hip connection, ribs knit. Whoo! Last two. Last one. Fold, reach it up, pause here. Take those knees out into that butterfly, draw it in. Last two. Last one. This time, hinge those hips all the way down to the mat. Keep that nice flat back. Take that ball under that right knee. We know, take those arms down to the side, out to a little V, and then press through that left sole of the foot. Keep this spine nice and long. Dip those hips and lift. We're here for 4 and lift. For 3. Last 2. Last one. Pause at the top. Take the sole of the foot down and slowly melt down through the spine. Take your time. Take it slow, even slower. Melting all the way down. Whew. All right, team. Shake it out. Let's come on to our knees. So take those hands under the thighs, lift the head, neck, and shoulders, pressing out nice and long. Rocking and rolling onto those knees. Walk it back a little bit. We're going to take that ball just in between those knees. Now we're coming into all fours. So we have some options with the hands. If the wrists have had enough, that's okay. At any point, you can take the fold or the crease out of the front of the wrist by taking those fists. Option to walk those hands slightly forward. Sometimes decreasing that fold is really nice. All right, tuck those toes. As you exhale, hug the lower abdominals in and up. Pick that ball up, give it a squeeze. Soften and tap down. Exhale, squeeze. Soften and lower. This song has a way of just getting in my head and I can't get it out, but I'm okay with that. Last 2. Last one. This time we add on. So lift, squeeze, keep that squeeze, pivot those toes off to one side, knees, and draw back to center. Tap it down. Pivot to the other side, keep those hips low, pivot those toes, let those knees follow. Lift, pivot, draw back to center, and lower down. Keep that nice engagement through the core. Knit those ribs, hug the lower abdominals, in and up. Last one on either side, then we have another add. Keep squeezing that ball, holding that squeeze as you pivot. All right, we have another add here, so ring out those wrists, 1 and 2. All right, let's do it. Lift, squeeze, and pivot. Option to reach that arm up to the sky. Draw it down. Take it back to center. Tap it down. Lift those knees. Turn. Reach up. Open face here. Draw back to center. And turn down. Lift, squeeze, reach. All right, draw those knees down, bring out those wrists. Oh, we have a bit of an arm series here. You can choose to do it standing, roll up that mat a little bit for more cushioning, or we have that kneeling arm series. So take that ball in between the knees, squish that ball a little bit. We do want those adductors, those inner thigh muscles to start to activate and light up. So squeeze that ball naturally here. Those glutes will start to engage as well as we lengthen through the spine. Knit those ribs together with every exhale. Drop the lowest rib towards the spine and hug the lower abdominals in and up. Reach those arms out to the side. Flip those palms, reaching up to the sky. And down to second. Reach it down and to first. Reach it to second. Flip the palms up to fifth. Find your flow. This time I'll meet you at second position, those arms into a T. Palms facing down, tiny little circles. Let those shoulders soften, those ribs knit and draw down. Sometimes we find extension or opening through the spine here. And we don't want to find that. We don't want to load that lower back. We want to draw and engage through the core. Nice long spine, knit ribs. Beautiful work. Reverse that circle. I know we've been here for a long time, but we're here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Pause here. Flip the palms to face up and then flip them down. We'll find a little scoop of those arms and a little scoop of those hands up. Scoop and scoop, almost as if you're creating a nice C here, a C shape. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Woo! Drape it under that C position. Palms are facing up. Just that right arm is going to reach in front of you. Fold in, reach it out. Reach the other arm, fold, reach it out. Draw in together and out. Keep that core nice and engaged. Try not to use any torso work here. We're not reaching over to the sides. We're not swaying. We're nice and strong for that last one. Reach it out and drape those arms. Roll out those shoulders. Well done. We have our standing work to end today. Double down on the same song, Risky Business. But first song, same song, but different side. We have that left heel on that ball, pressing the big toe on the pinky edge. Option to do this without the ball. The right foot stands nice and beside that left foot. Toes are in line here. Keep the spine nice and long. And we're going to pretend to sit into a chair. So inhale, sit into that chair, and it's a little bit further away, so send the bum back. And then press up through the exhale. Lower down and reach. Option to stay here, or as you lower down, double press into that ball. Tap the heel, and then press up. Lower down, Squeeze that ball, squeeze, and lift. Lower down, squeeze, squeeze, and lift. Last one. This time, we're going to lower down, squeeze that ball twice. 2, pause. Stay low, roll that ball so it's on the top side of the foot now, and roll it back and press all the way up. That's us. Fold it down, squeeze, squeeze, and roll it back. Roll it forward, lift. Lower down, squeeze, squeeze, and roll it back. Lift. Last one. This time we're going to stay low, just those squeezes and that roll back. Squeeze and squeeze, roll it back. Roll it forward and squeeze, squeeze, roll it back. And forward, squeeze, squeeze, and roll it back. Oh my goodness, one more. Now we're not going to lift up all the way. Roll that ball back. From here, lower down 2 inches, lift up 2 inches. So we're staying in that squat for 8, 7, 6. Press to that standing heel for 5, for 4, 3, 2, and 1. Stay low, roll that ball, and fold it in. You got this. Roll it back, and in. We're here for 3. Roll it back, and in. Last 2. And last one. You did it. Press all the way up. Whoo, shake it out. We're going to take that ball onto the other side. One last song. It's already started, so let's get this party started. Woo. All right. That right heel is under that ball. Left toes are just in line. We're nice and tall, nice and strong. Knit those ribs and then fold into that chair. It's a little bit further than we anticipate, so fold it back. Press up on the exhale. Inhale. Almost like a bodyboard. Keep that spine nice and long. Engage those glutes at the top. Are you ready for it? This is where it gets spicy. So we stay low. Little pulse and lift. Send it back. Pulse, pulse, and lift. Last 2. Last 1. All right, team, let's go. Fold it down, 2 pulses. Stay low, roll that ball back. Find that balance, roll it back. Lifting up. Squeeze, squeeze, roll it back. Roll it forward and lift. Last 3. Fold it down. Those squeezes. There's my ball here. All right, let's stay low. Fold it down, double squeeze, and 2. Roll it back. Roll it forward. Stay low. And roll it back. Whoo. All right, stay low. 2 inches down, 2 inches up. 3. All right, that's the end of the song, but let's keep going. Let's roll it back and forth. Last 3. 2. And 1. Draw it all the way back in. Come up to standing. Shake out those legs. Woo! Well done, team. Awesome work. Find your cool down here. Maybe a few glute kicks. Whew, kick that ball off to the side. We don't want to see it anymore. Roll out those shoulders, and thank you so much for joining here in Pilates to the Beat. If you'd like to see more of this on the channel, let me know, and let me know what exercise you liked most. I think for me it was the core series. What about you? All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.